không? Dài nữa đọc kia thấy không? Làm dài hơn mà. Dài hơn mà, dài hơn.
Cái châu con chị cho này cho chị có cái thẻ chị châu để
đó.
Có cái dây nè.
Chị đeo vô cổ đi, chị đeo vô cổ. Vô không có chết thì mua cây nước trước.
Anh có giữ đây, em giữ này.
Ghé như này cái dãy khớp nhỏ xíu. Hả? Ghé như này dãy khớp nhỏ xíu. Nhiều quá. Ở đây kia bằng cái gì? Chanh.
Ra đây mở ngẫu chụp nè.
Where are you going?
the island. Between the two companies, they employ a little over 2,000 people. So they're doing really good. They're well ahead of what they predicted they were going to be getting out this year. Once they open it up, it's going to be a lot of work in town here again. Just off the tourist ships alone this year, we're expecting over 1 million through some residential area. A lot of these homes here were owned by commercial fishermen. Average 2 and 3 bedroom homes. Average costs are on $180 up to about $280,000. They're pretty small, pretty spendy. You'll see a large building off to my left. That's our federal building. On the very top floor, we have our federal court building, and the U.S. Coast Guard, the Forest Service, Bureau of Indian Affairs, IRS, and then our post office on the main floor. When they built that building back in the early 60s, they made the foundation so that if whoever had an earthquake here, that building would just kind of rock back and forth. It works. A little over a week ago, we had a 5.6 earthquake here. Hit about 4 o'clock in the morning. Woke everybody up. The aftershock was actually a little longer. It lasted. The earthquake lasted about 30 seconds. The aftershock went for about a minute. We're going through our school district area. Harborview Elementary School off to the left. They're one of the very first elementary schools to come into the Juneau area. They just got through renovating that building about 6 years ago. Did a pretty awesome job on it. Then we have our junior high and our high school coming up. We have 2 high schools now. This one up ahead of us was only designed to hold 1,100 students. We ended up with over 1,700, so they went ahead and made plans for a new one. For those of you on the right side, you'll see some water. That tree line up there is what stopped the snow from coming all the way down. Otherwise, all these homes here would have been taken out. The road that we're on, going to be on down below us, only goes 4 high tide and low tide. It takes 6 hours for the tide to come in, 6 hours to go back out. Once it goes out, it stays idle. Once we get up here, there's a place where the Forest Service have a little cabin where you can get information from. Go up to the visitor center, take this trail right here. You get the public restrooms, the visitor center, and if you want to walk out to Photo Point, just stay on that.
Where did and then Hannah's just turned 10.
ra nữa.
Để chúng đây chụp cái hình của mày đẹp hơn.
Đúng rồi.
Đến đây anh chơi một cái qua rồi anh sẽ vòng sau lưng nha, bên đây nha. Nha.
Lên Đà Lạt thì có nhiều lắm. Thung lũng tình yêu nè, hát Đầm Ri nè,
Hà Nội cảnh này qua tới đây không anh?
được. Bây giờ mà thấy có hình mình á, rất là đẹp rồi con Châu biết không? Đây anh đi, lấy đi anh, lấy đi, em đứng đây, lấy đi. Ông hẹn mình đâu vậy? Đi kia nè.
Trời ơi, cái nhà có chút xíu mà 280.000 trời.
Đây đó là băng sơn, băng hà này. Tận mắt của nó là cái này cái băng hà. Nãy đây không thấy băng sơn, không phải băng sơn nữa. Cái này là núi là tuyết phủ, còn này là băng hà, còn cái nãy là băng trôi. Cái băng sơn là khi mình đi một cái tàu mình nó đi cái chỗ này khổng lồ nhá, trôi mà nó nổi trên nước, tôi thấy nó nổi trên nước chừng vài trăm thước thôi, nhưng mà ở dưới của nó là ngày mai tức là đi xe lửa lên đỉnh, xong tôi lên trên nước coi chơi rồi mới đi xe bus xuống.
Có nghe nói đi lên trên đó bằng xe lửa coi xong nhảy dù xuống. Nhảy dù thì tốt.
Nhảy giường xuống biết dù có bọc không?
Tốt.
Thế rồi sức khổ.
When the salmon start showing up here, this whole area fills up with salmon out here in front. We have 12 streams and then we have our local hatchery there. When the salmon are coming in here, there'll be a lot of seals out there. They'll hang around out here all summer long, feeding on the salmon. Last summer, while the seals were here feeding on the salmon, 8 large killer whales came all the way up here. Stayed up here for about an hour, and then they turned around and went back out again. The water gets about 150 to 200 feet deep out in the middle there, so there's a lot of water out there. That's the hatchery up ahead there. You'll see some holding pens down in the water. Right now they've got some small in length. They'll keep them down there in the holding pens for about a month, and then they'll release them. You see them down there on the right. Once they release them, they'll make their way out to the ocean, and they'll stay out there 4 to 5 years. Then when they're fully grown, they'll come right back to this area again. The pink salmon, also known as the humpies, they only have like a 2 to 3 year lifespan, whereas the sockeyes, the chums, and the silvers, they go about 5 years. They'll go all the way out in the ocean, they'll stay out there until they're fully matured, then they'll come right back here. It's the same way with the natural streams. The salmon that spawn there, they'll go out in the ocean, then they'll come back and they'll go right back up to the same stream. They get a scent for the water where they were spawned at. So they always come back to the same place. So every year we get a new cycle of fish coming in. If we end up having a bad year like this summer, we don't have any salmon coming in here, then 5 years from now we won't be able to have any more again. The largest king salmon caught off the beach down here was 47 pounds. It's pretty nice size. I grew up a commercial fisherman. I fished a lot for salmon. After I was done fishing for salmon, then back in the early 40s, Douglas actually had a larger population than Juneau did. They had one of the largest fish processing plants in southeast Alaska. Then they had the Treadwell mine open on this side too. So a lot of people lived over here. Back around 1946, they had a big fire start up here during the winter months. And the fish processing plant caught on fire.
Cái mùi này mùi cái vườn cái thích.
Yeah, I'll let you out here if you want to get a picture from this angle here, and then I'll get you back to town. Anybody want to get pictures? Okay.
New Amsterdam chứ còn mình lên cái khác là lộ.
Mấy cái tàu này nên cho nó chợ cho khác chơi.
4 chiếc lận á. 4 chiếc lận chiếc kia.
Cái trắng là hãng nào anh nhá? Trắng.
Trắng là chắc Princess.
Đó có cái dấu hiệu.
Đó Princess đó.
Xanh với cái.
Đây là tới 4 chiếc, trên này là tới 4 chiếc chứ phải.
Hải quân Hoa Hậu tàu cũ là tàu
Thank you.
Here we go.